Everyone around Blake Lively thought that keeping the lawsuit going at this point, after everything that had gone on over the last year and a half, was just an idiotic idea.
So according to these new text messages, Blake Lively asked Sony to delete evidence.
There were certain dailies that Blake Lively wanted Sony to destroy.
Blake Lively tried to delete the footage. Then everything collapsed.
But Blake asking us to destroy some of the dailies. Want to tell you what we will and won't do. Also, go and ask Bridget to contact all vendors and ask them to delete all dailies.
In Hollywood, dailies are the raw, unedited clips filmed every single day on set. They capture everything, even the moments before the director says action. Real conversations, real reactions, the kind of footage that can expose what truly happened behind the scenes. That's why these videos are considered the ultimate receipts in the movie industry. Reports claim Blake Lively wanted the dailies destroyed, believing the footage could never resurface. But there was one massive problem. Justin Baldoni allegedly kept backup copies. And when the pressure hit its peak, those unseen recordings reportedly became the evidence Blake never expected to come back.
Part of that is we don't want to be bullied and left out. We want to keep our man card.
A shocking email sent on September 3rd allegedly revealed just how far the situation had escalated behind the scenes. According to the message, Blake Lively's team reportedly requested that Sony destroy certain dailies, the raw, unedited footage filmed during production. What made the request so unusual? The studio executive involved allegedly admitted they had never been asked to erase raw footage on a normal movie production before. In Hollywood, that kind of request is usually only made when extremely sensitive material exists. But insiders claim there were no scenes requiring that level of secrecy. Then the timeline gets even more explosive. Just weeks earlier, Blake Lively's side had reportedly gained access to private PR messages connected to Justin Baldoni's team. After that, sources claim the conflict went into full damage control mode. The allegation now circulating online is that every copy of the footage, including files held by outside vendors, was targeted for deletion before it could ever become public evidence. But according to reports, backup copies may have already existed.
Why is Blake demanding that everyone, the vendors, and all of Sony delete the dailies?
Blake Lively reportedly believed the footage was gone forever. Feeling protected, she walked into a deposition on July 31st with complete confidence. But here's where everything allegedly unraveled. During the deposition, lawyers asked a direct question. Had she ever requested that Sony destroy the raw daily footage from the film? According to reports, Blake answered no. She was then reportedly asked a second time whether she had ever asked someone else to make that request on her behalf. Again, the answer was allegedly no, but critics online now point to leaked emails and internal messages that appear to tell a completely different story. If those documents are authentic, they could suggest major contradictions between the private conversations and what was said under oath. And the biggest twist? Sources claim Blake never realized Justin Baldoni allegedly kept backup copies of everything, meaning the evidence she thought had disappeared may have survived the entire time.
We live in an age where capitalism is rampant and it feeds off of insecurity and the feeling like we're not enough.
Blake Lively's biggest alleged mistake may have been believing the raw footage was gone forever. According to reports, while requests were being made to erase the movie dailies, Justin Baldoni's company allegedly kept backup copies of everything, including video and audio recording from the set. And that changed the entire game. Sources claim Blake later made serious accusations about a dance scene filmed with Justin Baldoni. But Baldoni's legal team reportedly stayed quiet at first, allowing the claims to become part of the official record before revealing what they say was the real evidence. Then came the moment that shocked the internet. Justin Baldoni's team allegedly released 10 minutes of raw, unedited footage from the exact scene in question. And according to supporters online, the video told a completely different story than the accusations being made publicly. But it didn't stop there. Reports claim Baldoni was also wearing a hidden body microphone during filming, meaning clear audio existed alongside the footage. Every conversation between takes was allegedly captured. The combination of video plus audio became the ultimate receipts. Critics now say the entire controversy only escalated because Blake allegedly believed the evidence had already been destroyed. But once the footage surfaced publicly, the narrative surrounding the case shifted overnight. And that's when the situation reportedly started collapsing fast.
It seems like every set that Blake has been on has been super problematic with a ton of issues, and I just find it very strange.
According to explosive claims surrounding the lawsuit drama, the battle allegedly went far beyond deleted footage and courtroom arguments. Now the spotlight has shifted to private text messages. At the center of this part of the controversy is Jennifer Abel, a PR professional who reportedly worked closely with Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios. Sources say her company-issued phone contained years of private conversations, emails, and strategy discussions connected to Baldoni's team. But then everything suddenly changed. Reports claim that after Abel left the company, the phone was taken back under the explanation that her number needed to be transferred. However, critics allege she was locked out of both personal and professional data stored on the device. And that's where the timeline starts raising serious questions online. According to reports, on the very same day the phone changed hands, Blake Lively's publicist Leslie Sloan allegedly contacted members of Baldoni's PR team and referenced private text messages that were supposedly already seen. That timing immediately sparked speculation. Supporters of Baldoni now claim the messages may have been circulating behind the scenes before any official legal process even began. Whether coincidence or something bigger, the overlap in timing has become one of the most talked about parts of the entire controversy.
According to Lively, Ashley found her way to Lively to tell her that Stephanie Jones was trying to reach her because she had obtained Jane Abel's phones that had some text messages or messages that she wanted Blake to see.
According to allegations circulating online, Blake Lively's team allegedly faced a major problem once private text messages connected to Justin Baldoni's side entered the picture. Critics claim the messages were highly sensitive, and if they were released publicly without a legal process, people would immediately start questioning how they were obtained in the first place. That's where the controversy allegedly took an even darker turn. Online theories now claim a separate company called Van Zandt Incorporated was quietly created and later used to launch a mysterious legal action in New York. Reports describe it as a John Doe lawsuit, meaning the case was filed without publicly naming a defendant. Supporters of Baldoni argue the lawsuit itself had little connection to the actual movie conflict and was instead designed for one key purpose: gaining subpoena power. Soon after the filing, a subpoena reportedly demanded access to the contents of Jennifer Abel's phone, including private texts, emails, and internal communications tied to Baldoni's PR team. Critics online are now calling the entire strategy an attempt to make previously obtained information appear officially authorized through the court system. Whether those claims are true or not, this part of the controversy has become one of the most explosive allegations surrounding the entire Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni saga.
And used that to file a lawsuit in New York State Court to issue the subpoena that we now see to Stephanie Jones to obtain all the documents that Stephanie Jones told her at the very least that she has.
According to online allegations surrounding the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni controversy, one detail in the subpoena has raised major questions. The legal request reportedly demanded all documents connected to sexual harassment and retaliation claims, even though, at that point in time, no public lawsuit using those accusations had officially been filed yet. Critics now argue that this suggests Blake's team allegedly already knew exactly what information they were searching for before the legal process even began. Reports also claim the subpoena was quietly hidden from Jennifer Abel and Wayfarer Studios, preventing Baldoni's side from challenging it in court before the phone data was handed over. Then came the move that fueled even more speculation online. After the phone records were reportedly obtained through the lawsuit, the case itself suddenly disappeared. Sources say the legal filing was quietly dropped just weeks later, leading critics to claim the lawsuit had already served its purpose. Soon after, private text messages connected to Baldoni's PR team began appearing publicly in major media coverage, including reports tied to the New York Times. Supporters of Baldoni now allege the entire strategy was designed to transform private phone data into legally sourced material that could be used to shape public opinion. Whether proven or not, these claims have turned controversy into far more than just a Hollywood feud. with many online now debating whether the real battle was fought in courtrooms or in the media itself.
This backhanded move just shows me that they actually had no intention of filing their lawsuit. That instead they were hoping to get the documents that they had in a way that they could, on its face, say was clean and get the New York Times hit piece out.
As the legal battle intensified, new allegations reportedly pushed the controversy into even more explosive territory. According to claims made in court filings by Justin Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman, a confidential phone call on Valentine's Day allegedly revealed behind-the-scenes pressure involving someone connected to Taylor Swift's inner circle. The filing reportedly claimed that Blake Lively's legal team wanted Taylor Swift to publicly support Blake on social media amid growing backlash online. But the allegations didn't stop there. Friedman reportedly stated under oath that the request was allegedly tied to pressure involving years of private text messages between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift. Critics online interpreted the claims as an attempt to force a public show of loyalty during the height of the controversy. The filing also allegedly claimed there were discussions about deleting old text messages, adding even more fuel to the accusations surrounding hidden evidence and erased communications. None of these allegations have been fully proven in court, but the claims alone sent shockwaves across social media, especially because Taylor Swift's name had suddenly become connected to one of Hollywood's messiest legal battles. What started as a dispute over movie footage had now reportedly expanded into leaked texts, secret subpoenas, celebrity friendships, and accusations of behind-the-scenes pressure campaigns.
According to Brian Friedman's deposition, he claims that somebody close to Taylor Swift, we presume Papa Swift, her dad, contacted him in February of 2025 and claimed that about 5 months prior, Blake Lively had instructed Taylor Swift to delete their text messages.
According to claims circulating around the lawsuit drama, the controversy reportedly reached a breaking point when Taylor Swift's name became connected to the case. Critics online allege Blake Lively's legal team moved quickly to remove explosive court filings after accusations surfaced involving private communications and alleged pressure campaigns tied to Swift. The filings were eventually removed from the public record after the judge ruled they were not directly relevant to the central lawsuit and risked turning the case into a media spectacle. But even after the documents disappeared, the damage to public perception had already exploded across social media. Supporters of Justin Baldoni argued the controversy revealed just how intense a behind-the-scenes battle had become, while Blake's team publicly dismissed the allegations as false and misleading. Then came the reports that fueled even more speculation. Entertainment insiders and celebrity media outlets began claiming Taylor Swift wanted distance from the controversy and reportedly had no interest in being pulled deeper into the legal war. Whether the allegations are ultimately proven or not, the situation transformed from a Hollywood movie dispute into a massive celebrity scandal involving leaked filings, private friendships, and accusations of manipulation behind closed doors. And once Taylor Swift's name entered the story, the internet attention went to an entirely different level.
A source close to Taylor Swift says that Taylor feels she has no choice but to draw a line. Their friendship collapsed months ago, and she doesn't want blurred obligations lingering.
According to online allegations tied to the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni legal battle, one of the biggest controversies centered around the documents used to build the case itself. Reports claim the dispute began shortly after the Hollywood strikes ended in November 2023, when Blake Lively's legal team allegedly presented Wayfarer Studios with a strict 17-point list of conditions before production could resume. The document reportedly demanded major on-set protections and oversight measures, and sources say the studio agreed in order to keep the film alive. But critics online now claim that original document later became the foundation for something much bigger. When the official lawsuit was eventually filed, Blake's side allegedly introduced a far more explosive 30-point list filled with additional accusations and detailed claims. According to the filings, Blake reportedly stated she had personally read this entire list aloud during a January 2024 meeting involving Justin Baldoni, studio executives, and members of the production team. Then came the detail that sparked major debate online. During discovery, Baldoni's legal team reportedly requested the original digital file connected to the 30-point document. Critics claim the oldest version produced allegedly showed metadata indicating it was created long after the meeting where Blake said it had already existed. Supporters of Baldoni argue this raised serious questions about whether parts of the document were expanded or rewritten later during the legal battle. Adding even more controversy, reports claim several people present at the January meeting allegedly could not recall the explosive version of the list ever being presented in the way described publicly. Whether these allegations are ultimately proven in court or not, critics online now argue the fight is no longer just about Hollywood drama. It's about whether key evidence and timelines behind the lawsuit can actually withstand scrutiny.
Co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni reached a settlement today in their years-long legal battle, which looks like it means no trial now.
According to growing online speculation, many critics now believe the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni controversy may have started long before the lawsuits, deep inside the editing room of Asterisk It Ends With a Star. Supporters of Baldoni claim the real conflict was never just personal. They argue it became a power struggle over who would control the final vision of the movie. Reports allege Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds pushed heavily for their own version of the film, despite Justin Baldoni serving as the movie's director and producer. Internal Sony communications and leaked text messages reportedly reveal frustration behind the scenes as multiple cuts of the movie were tested with audiences. According to online claims, Baldoni's original version allegedly scored better with test viewers than the alternate cut connected to Blake and Ryan. Critics say tensions exploded after disagreements over editing decisions, emotional scenes, and creative control. Some insiders even claim Baldoni was gradually pushed out of major promotional moments tied to the film, with accusations that he was excluded from premieres, marketing materials, and public-facing events. Supporters of Baldoni now argue the entire rollout started looking less like a collaboration and more like a battle over ownership of the movie's public image. Then came the backlash. Online audiences began criticizing the tone of the film's press tour, with many claiming the promotion failed to match the emotional seriousness of the story itself. Whether those accusations are fair or not, one thing became clear. What started a creative tension behind the scenes had evolved into one of Hollywood's most explosive public feuds.
Even though Blake Lively said that she had like $100 million worth of damages, but I really think that this ultimately came down to their reputations, and they probably decided, and Blake Lively probably decided, that it would hurt her reputation more potentially going to trial.
As the legal battle reached its final stage, many online believe Blake Lively faced a major problem: a public trial. Critics claim that if the case had gone fully to court, every allegation, deleted footage controversy, subpoena dispute, and deposition statement would have been examined under intense scrutiny in front of the world. Supporters of Justin Baldoni argue Blake's legal team allegedly recognized the growing risk surrounding the case and understood how damaging a lengthy public trial could become for everyone involved. Then came the turning point. Before the scheduled trial date, reports confirmed the lawsuit was settled privately in May 2026. A joint statement was released publicly, but online reactions immediately exploded with speculation over what the settlement really meant behind closed doors. Supporters of Baldoni celebrated the outcome as a major victory, arguing he avoided public humiliation, major financial penalties, and any admission of wrongdoing. Meanwhile, critics of Blake Lively claimed the settlement marked the collapse of controversy that had spiraled far beyond a normal Hollywood disagreement. What started as tension over a movie eventually became one of the entertainment industry's biggest public feuds, involving alleged deleted footage, leaked messages, court filings, celebrity friendships, and accusations of manipulation on every side. Now the internet is divided. Some believe Blake was unfairly targeted by online narratives. Others believe the released evidence changed the entire story. But one thing is undeniable. This controversy completely transformed how Hollywood fans view the battle behind Asterisk It Ends With a Star.